serious, I'm coming to get ya. I'm a home too fast, and I'ma get with ya. If you're too fast, girl, I'm taking a picture. If you see it, girl, you can be it, girl. Achieve it, and please believe it. It's hands in the eye, double D's on the Y. It is I who let the speaker shake you out of your drawers.
Ja, hi, hier ist Tom von German Rhymes Day. Heute sitze ich mal wieder hier mit Frank Nitt hier. How you doing, my man?
Good, how are you?
I heard you've been sick. I heard on Twitter. What's up?
Yeah, man, I just had a little cold, you know, rocking these shows and jumping out in the cold air with a sweaty shirt on or a sweaty jacket is not good for your health. So I was a little sick, but I had to rest because I'm here right now.
All right, there's the health advice for you kids. Don't jump out there with the sweaty shirt.
After you rock a show, change clothes.
Right there, 101.
That's hip hop 101 right there.
So how was the first couple shows?
Oh man, it's been great, man. We did Oslo and Copenhagen and Bratislava, and you know, and now we're here in Berlin, and it's been great, man. The crowds have been real responsive to the new material. You know, I'm working Jewels in My Backpack, my new EP that's out on Delicious Vinyl. So the crowds have been very receptive to the new music, and surprisingly enough, a lot of the kids knew records that I wouldn't expect them to know. You know. So it's been great, man. You know, it's eye-opening for me.
Perfect. Did you hit any cities you've not been there before?
Bratislava was my first time there. To Slovakia, it was crazy. You know.
How was that?
Oh man, it was incredible. Like a whole nother world. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I didn't expect my music to be there, but you know, the kids were singing along. They knew, you know, like the DJ Quick single "Love," and they knew all these things. So, and then obviously the classics. So it was just great to know that the music is still traveling, still reaching out that far, you know?
Last time you've been here with LJ and we talked to you, and now here on your own, you got the new stuff coming out. So let's talk about first Jewels My Backpack, right?
Yes, sir.
How did this happen? What is behind this?
Oh man, well, it's all produced by Terrace Martin, and for those who are not familiar with Terrace, he's producer, of course, and Snoop Dogg's band leader, and he's worked with DJ Quick and Battle Cat and Talib Kweli and just a ton of great artists. And it was actually his idea. He reached out to me and was basically like, you know, I'm a fan of your lyricism, you know, I know about your career, and I want to do something outside of the things I've been doing. Let's try to do something new. And I was like, cool, and he basically said, next time you're in LA, let's jump in the studio. I think it was 2 weeks later. Ended up in the studio, ended up in LA, and we did 10 songs in 3 days or something like that, 9 songs in 3 days, you know. So it was like, the chemistry was good. He was, you know, he's a creative dude. I'm a creative guy, so we just got in the studio and knocked things out, and it came out good. And actually, with Delicious Vinyl, they picked Love first. Like, that single was the first single they picked, and it started there. And then as Love unfolded and we kept, you know, working that single, and it was like, okay, we need to do a bigger project. Let's try EP. And we had most of the songs already recorded from what we did previous, but we added like the record from Corrupt, and you know, so it really came about just, you know, us two trying to just do work, do something new, something clever, you know.
Did you put a concept on this EP or?
No, I think conceptually, I mean, the concept of the record basically plays into our two separate backgrounds musically. Like, he comes from, you know, jazz, he plays all instruments, and then, you know, the West Coast, the heavy bass and claps, the West Coast sound, you know, the Snoop Dogg influence, Battle Cat, that's where he comes from. And me, I'm more of the Detroit, a little grimier, a little, you know, the more of the Dilla influence, but him as a music guy understood that as well, and that's where the name of the project came from. The Jewels is his more brighter, shinier, more West Coast production that's for bigger artists. You know what I mean? Like, or has been used by the bigger artists, the Snoop Doggs of the world and the Quicks of the world. And you know, again, I come from a grimier, more backpack existence. So you know, the Jewels in My Backpack, that's where it comes from, the meshing of our two styles of music. And only thing we tried to stick to was keeping it in the club, keep it sexy.
So what do you say is the shiniest ice you got in the backpack?
Oh man, I don't know, there's so many of them. I I don't know. The whole thing, the whole backpack is filled with shine.
It's a big rock.
It's one big diamond. It's like you cracked open the coal, and it's a.
Is there any material in the future? Do you think some more in the future?
Oh, of course. You know, you can't stop good music, and we have more records in the tank that's already done that we haven't even touched yet. So, like, you know, of course there's gonna be more music, and for me, you know, I'm consistently working and creating new music, and you know, I got a new project dropping with Sepalot from here, Blumentopf fame, and you know, we have a group called Fracture that we're about to drop a new record called Outrageous, and you know, I just finished a project with Madlib, a Frank Nitt Madlib project. So
what is that all about? Yeah, let's talk about that.
It's basically me on the rhymes, him on the beats. Yeah, he's an evil genius, you know, so like that record is, I don't know what the final product is yet, so I can't tell you anything. All I know is I turned in an album worth of rhymes, and he's gonna give me back a record. Like this record is really crazy because we did half of it, like in the studio, me and him, over Madlib beats.
Yeah.
And then there was a break because we both were off touring and doing our thing. And the second half of the record, I just took random beats and rhymed to him and gave him the vocals. So I don't know what the second. I don't know what the second half of the record is gonna be, right? Like, so it should be dope.
All right, all right. That's good to know. Should be dope. That's all I need to say there.
It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
Yo, we just landed in the deep, on the top of the world, and my God is most likely found on top of a girl. It's the player Frank Nitt, you know me, girl handler. We be going to strange looks with bag handlers. Click on the shit, making you trust.
And let's talk about the Sepalot feature there, and your collabo with him.
Yes.
How did this happen? He's in Germany. You're back here.
Yeah. Well, initially, back in 2008 or late 2007, early 2008. It was late 2007. He reached out to me and said, I'm about to do my new record. It was when he was doing the Red Handed LP. And he was like, well, basically, Frank, you know, you're one of my favorite MCs. I really like for you to get on three songs solo and then do a Frank N Dank record for the Red Handed as well. So we were coming to Europe at the time, came over, did those records, and then he brought me back and we toured, and I performed with him doing those records and supporting the album. And while I was in Munich for a month, and while we were there, we were just in the studio, kind of just we wanted to do something different. We know we can make hip hop. We know we can do what we already done. Let's try something new. And this Fracture EP and this whole Fracture situation was just that, trying to be fresh and something new. And we did it a year and a half ago.
I tell you one thing, man, that ain't easy. Cause I've been schooled by this Detroit trippin', slizzard off the scissor, but yes, I'm still trippin', slamming photos, knocking phone holes, and tell this one hold this dick on her shoulder. So did he stay on her mind? I'ma say it to you one more time.
What would you say? Which direction is it going?
Oh man, it's very up tempo. You know, it's 120 BPMs.
It's more like party dance-ish?
It's definitely party music. It's definitely in the club, and we did it on purpose because I felt like I was here and being in clubs every night with him because we were going out and DJing clubs. You know what I mean? I was just watching what people dance to outside of what I was doing, like, and people just want to party, especially here. People just want to have drinks and party and just feel good, and that's what the music was about, just partying, having a good time, and cutting loose. And sometimes you got to get a little fast to do that.
Yeah, why did you get inspired in the club? It's like a certain song you heard every night?
No, it was more just the vibe of the people, man. Just, you know, the girls influenced me a lot. And, you know, I want the girls to move to it. You get what I'm saying? So I was just watching, and, you know, different house records and up-tempo dance records had the girls moving the most, especially here in Germany in the German clubs, especially the ones we were going to. So that was kind of my mind frame with it. Just go at it and do something new. It was new for me, and I'm pretty sure new for him at the time. You know what I mean? Like, so, and again, it was a year and a half ago when we did it. When we did it, it wasn't like, hey, yeah, we're going to go put it out. Yeah. He was just like, Frank, I think it's good, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to call you. And, you know, it took a year and some change, and he called me like, hey,
Frank,
it's time. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, big shout out to Sepalot, the whole Blumentopf crew, like, you know, stand-up guy and an incredible music guy and producer, you know what I mean? And, yeah, it's a great project, Right.
So is there anything in the future there, work for you? What do you think?
Of course, I will definitely be on tour to support the record in the near future here in Germany and throughout Europe. And, you know, Yeah, I'm a guy, I like consistency. So if I got a producer who does great work and we can continue to create work, we'll do it forever. Whether you hear it or not is a different subject, but we'll always be making music, for sure.
It's the chemistry right there.
The chemistry's good. The chemistry's good. Sepalot's my brother, for sure.
All right, that's good to know. All right, Frank, thanks for talking to us, taking the time.
Appreciate it, man.
And peace out to all the guys.
Jewels in my backpack. Go contact.
Right there. Get it. Go get it.
FrankNitt.com, y'all.
You heard it.
Yeah. Feel like I'm being paparazzi. Fucking famous, guys. Don't show nobody. She has a nice ass. She does. She does have a nice little ass, and she does not mind showing it to the world. So, hey, Lady Gaga right here. I would love to do a record with her, but I don't want to do like a Wale record, which was cool. I want to hear her on some hard hip hop shit. Sing her Lady Gaga shit, let me rhyme. Platinum record. Platinum Lady Gaga. Look at me. Platinum. Platinum. You gotta make that ass. I want to smack it. That is terrible. Lady Gaga. Yeah, she gonna throw that meat pack at me.
Yeah, I gotta go to FrankNitt.com.
Go to FrankNitt.com, Gaga. And don't throw the meat pack. Oh shit, guys. Oh my God, do not put that on any type of computer. Universal Records call me up. Hey man, can we talk about Lady Gaga like that, dude? Sorry, y'all fine, but she has a nice ass. I'm a black man, you know we like that.
Yeah.
Heard it here first. White guys will have all the girls with big ass next to you. Well, I'm gonna stay hanging out with the white guys. Sorry, guys.